Hello and welcome to the interview here on France 24. It was an emotional speech lasting 2.5 hours. On October the 1st, modern Turkey's most powerful prime minister celebrated nearly a decade in office and his last Congress as AK party chairman. It wasn't quite a swan song, though. Recep Tayyip Erdogan hinted that he would stand for president in 2014, a role that would give him wide executive powers if a new constitution is established. Well, to discuss Erdogan's impact, I'm joined by political analyst Ali Kazanchigil. Warm welcome to you to the programme. How did you read this speech? Was it a goodbye or more of a pitch for a future political role?
Certainly not a goodbye. He was talking about his future role. He wants to become president of the Republic under the new constitution within a presidential regime. This is his sort of project.
So really more looking at the future than the legacy, the economic growth of Turkey and all those things of the last 10 years.
No, he spoke about the economic and social successes of AKP in power since 2002, obviously. And about the future, I think, hinted simply his own future in a way, and to the disappointment of many people, I'm sure, in Turkey, did not talk about future democratic reforms to come, and particularly a democratic and political solution, peaceful solution to the Kurdish issue.
So it was a very sort of consensual speech, but he avoided the really thorny issues.
Exactly, exactly. And he addressed himself through the names he quoted, former prime ministers, etc., to his two main constituencies, the center of the right electorate and the more conservative views Islamic electorate.
Let's listen to Prime Minister Erdogan pitching, as Ali Kazanchigil was saying there, to those different electorates.
Our way is veteran Mustafa Kemal's way, Adnan Menderes's way, Turgut Özal's way, and Necmettin Erbakan's way. In short, our way is the way of love, brotherhood, modesty, and the way to unity. So what do we say? We want a big nation, we want big power, and our target is 2023.
So, Ali, as you were saying, obviously trying to court different political traditions there, but also coming across as a sort of attempted father of the nation. This is why he's sometimes compared with Kemal Atatürk, rightly or wrongly.
Exactly. I mean, he seems to sort of get his inspiration from Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. Atatürk means in Turkish the father of the nation, of the Turks. So he plays this role, the person who unites everybody, etc. And he talks about 2023. It's the 100th anniversary of the Republic, but at the same time, probably he sees this as a limit to his own political career.
Well, what about the presidency then? You said that he was clearly making a bid for that.
He's clearly hinted that he will be a candidate. But the problem for him is that the current president, Abdullah Gül, according to the recent opinion polls, in case the two stand for the election, Gül would get 51% as of today, and he would only get 22%, because I think the Turkish public opinion is getting a bit tired of this extremely charismatic and powerful and authoritarian prime minister.
So the danger then, from public opinion's point of view, is that there would be a sort of super president with no checks and balances.
Exactly, because he would like to become president with a new constitution, as you said, establishing a presidential regime. But this is a danger for Turkey simply because the separation of powers, checks and balances are weak in Turkey. So a very powerful president with executive powers would not be a good option at all.
Who's going to stop him?
Well, probably he may get through, but there are strong resistances in the public opinion, in civil society, in the media, and more importantly, in his own party. For instance, the number 2 of the party is the President of the Republic, Gül. He's against. Number 3 is a man called Bülent Arınç. He's a vice prime minister. He also hinted several times publicly that he's against. So his task will not be very, very easy.
Do you think the army could also stand in his way, or have they really been neutered by these trials, the Ergenekon trial and the Sledgehammer trial?
Yeah. No, I think at this stage, the army seems to be, if I may say so, expelled from political processes. They kept interfering and exercising a sort of a tutelage on politics. But what happened since 2007 indicated the end of this period. So the army does not have anymore an important role in politics, and I think the public opinion is very strongly sides with Erdogan on this issue. The prestige of the army in Turkey in public opinion polls has been, until recently, almost 90%. Now it came down to 70%, the trust that people have vis-à-vis the army. And this 70% corresponds to the average percentage in the European Union. So I think army is now put aside.
Ali, I'd like to talk about the foreign policy of Prime Minister Erdogan. Let's listen to what he had to say on Syria at this party congress in Ankara.
We will do what a brother would do, and we will continue to give the Syrian people our logistical support. We call on Russia, China, as well as Iran. Please review your stance that you have maintained on this matter up until now. History will not forgive those who stand together with cruel regimes.
So still obviously supporting that strong solidarity with the opposition in Syria, and yet people seem to be getting tired of Turkey's involvement. I mean, there are real problems for Turkey now because of that support for the opposition, and this could be a real danger for Erdogan.
Well, of course, if the opposition is beaten, loses the battle, the relations with Syria will be very, very difficult. And also, the relations with Iran are getting more tense. Iraq is another case. Iraqi government is dominated by the Shiite community and, of course, sides with Iran and has taken a very hostile attitude to vis-à-vis Turkey. Indeed, the Turkey may be in trouble. In any case, this famous diplomacy of zero problems with the neighborhood has failed. It was an impossible dream in a region like Middle East anyway. because he used economic policy really as a weapon rather than perhaps engaging with political conflicts. I mean, he tried to have political relations with them, but he reasoned, and he and his foreign minister Davutoglu reasoned in a sort of the same way as which reminds the creation of Europe. I mean, economic cooperation, economic relations will lead to political unity. So this was his idea, but it doesn't work.
Has neo-Ottomanism failed?
Well, I'm not very comfortable with that rather amusing expression. In any case, his drive for a sort of economic, social, democratic, peaceful leadership in the Middle East for the time being is in trouble indeed.
Although his party does have a good image in some of the Arab Spring countries, particularly among Muslim Brotherhood movements in Libya, Tunisia and Egypt. And we saw Mohamed Morsi, the Egyptian president, as a high-profile guest at this Congress.
Yes. Exactly. I think the countries like Tunisia, Libya and Egypt, where you have these Muslim Brotherhoods getting a very strong political actor, there is a sympathy for Turkey because they see that Turkey is a secular, laic state with a government with very strong Muslim references, although this government respects laicity and democracy, etc. And this has given to this expression, which is a bit exaggerated, of a Turkish model. But still, these, I think, Egypt, Tunisia, and Libya, and some other Arab countries look with interest and sympathy to Turkey.
But isn't the model really just watching at how Erdogan sometimes quite skillfully plays to different audiences, obviously the religious audience and then the more secular audience?
Exactly.
That's the kind of thing that President Morsi has to do in Egypt.
Yes, exactly. This may be a wise. After all, this is the electoral and democratic game, and Erdogan plays it very well.
So, in short, you'd give him what chances of becoming a president of Turkey? Small.
I think no. I think opinion polls are for every day. You know, in the next this presidential election is in 2014, so things may change, and he's powerful enough to arrange things, and he has a chance to become a president. What I would hope that his project of establishing a presidential regime in Turkey will fail.
Okay, we'll have to end it there on that strong comment. Thank you very much, political analyst Ali Kazanchigil. That's all for the interview on France 24.